Hello, it's Greg, Girls and Guys. We're back. We hope you're having a happy day wherever you're listening to this audio content from. As always, I'd like to thank you for your continued support of Greg, Grizzled and Guides in social media and writing efforts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is episode 035 of the Greg, Grizzled and Guides, and definitely not a podcast show. A light and fluffy look at social media, Japan, Japanese food, expat life, and life in general. As always, your retweets of this and all the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful content that we actively tweet and retweet out on Craig Hoffman11 on Twitter is appreciated. Thank you in advance for helping us get the good word out about Greg, Grizzled, and Gaijin. So I went around and welcome back another good show today, I hope, about what to talk about this week. The previous show talking about the road, less traveled or not traveled, was really popular, especially in terms of getting emails from many of the Greg, Grizzled, and Gaijin super fans. People really enjoyed that heartfelt show, and many of them took aspects of it to help them in their daily lives. That doesn't mean I solved all their problems. I certainly would be making a lot more money than I do if I could do that. But I think the show added some brightness into their life, and there was a request for a follow-up episode about some aspect of happiness and contentment that perhaps people could listen to. And some of my great personal friends, again, love this format. So I'll oblige them as I have a moment here before I head into the salt mines. Today, though, I wanted to talk about being supremely self-confident and why it's a huge mistake for you on social media, in blogging, writing, content creation, and in real life not to be supremely confident. That's a lot to get to, so I should get started. So, my name is Craig Hoffman. I'm 43 years old. I teach English in Japan. I've lived here nearly 14 years. I have multiple degrees. I'm not an idiot. I play multiple musical instruments. I can paint. I'm highly skilled in a multitude of academic subjects. My memory is quite good. I've written several books. I've published several hundred blog posts. I'm a friendly, nice, good person who's married and has people that I care about, and I'm a really popular person in real life. So there's that. That's me. That's not you. That's me. So all of that for me doesn't really help you. And I don't say that to make you feel small. And I don't say that to make me feel tall. That's reality. Those are all things that I have done and continue to do and will continue to do until the last breath of my existence. And I do all of them with a fair degree of success, and some of them with a high level of difficulty in failure, and that's the way it goes. But the sum total of all that I am and that I am not in my life, that Craig Hoffman is and is not on social media, writing, blogging, and in real life, I am absolutely confident that I have given all of that my full effort, and my day goes on. And that seems like a really simple concept, but I find it, one, in the letters and emails and messages that I get from my personal friends, as well as those of you who follow me on Craig Hoffman11 on Twitter, that's a really hard thing for people to master, even for a moment. There's a lot of self-doubt that creeps in, and it comes when the doubters come for you. And I've written and talked a few times about trolls coming after some of my books and things. They didn't like themes or thought I was anti whatever, and that's their right, I guess, quote unquote, since some of them bought the books. And as always, thank you for your money. And people have said this or that about a blog or a quote that I've said, and my personal friends have gotten on me about a few things that I've said on my personal Facebook feed, and that's the way it goes. And people in my real life have gotten on me about certain ideals or things that I have espoused in my life over the years, and that's the way it goes. But I wouldn't change anything. I say what I say, I write what I write, and I do what I do. Everything in my life I do with meaning and purpose, and so I have no regrets. Now, that doesn't mean I'm perfect. It doesn't mean I'm perfectly articulate in when and how I go about saying and writing things in my life. It probably doesn't even mean deep down with a few people I wouldn't take certain things back. But I'm very thoughtful in my approach to writing and blogging and social media, and in real life when I talk to people. You can't talk and engage every single person the same way. Some people require a bit more of a heavy-handed approach, and that's what they get. And some people I know benefit from a more kid-gloved approach. And often people really, really prosper when I say nothing at all. And there's this great thing about if you don't know whether you're being harmful or helpful, at least be silent. And so often I choose to be silent. And I think that's, for some people, a selfish way to go. They think, well, I got to jump in and I should help and I must have the right answer and it's my job and duty to help, especially with close friends and especially family. And I know I've been guilty of that over the years. And people have come to me over the years, friends, family, and more recently strangers, especially as I've grown on social media. And thank you to those of you who daily help me continue to do that. But I'm a human at the end of the day, and I was reminded of that once again as I fell ill this week. It's been quite the road back to recovery this week. But it's a great, great, great reminder that for all of those things I listed in the opening of this show, and they're all true about Craig Hoffman, it's also true that Craig Hoffman is a human being, and human beings have limits. But when you realize that you are perhaps corporeally limited, now there's a good word, you realize that you have just one opportunity to live life. And I choose to go at my life fully confident that I am here at this time, at this moment, with a bigger, bigger, bigger purpose than just being Craig Hoffman. And I don't think that means that I'm likely to change the course of human history. But it does mean that I'm probably able to help someone be a little bit more in life, whether that's family, friends, or a complete stranger. That's my purpose, and I believe that in having a purpose of being here, that I'm doing all of the quote right end quote things. Again, that's very different from being a perfect person, although that is my ultimate goal. At the end of the day, my true drive in life is to continue to daily improve. And I believe the self-confidence part comes with that daily I'm making the effort to improve in some way in my life. I talked in the beginning, early in my academic career, teachers got on me. I had poor handwriting. By the end, I have really great handwriting. I was a really poor musician at one point. I ended up getting multiple scholarships and even going to graduate school for free. People said I couldn't write, couldn't do anything, couldn't do a blog or write books. And, the proof is in the pudding if you read the blog that accompanies this Twitter feed, or even where you're probably listening to this audio content at this very moment. I don't really sit around waiting for the judgments of other people as to whether Craig Hoffman can or cannot do something. I'm already quite aware of what I can and cannot do, and I seek ways to do more. And again, that doesn't mean I'm always highly successful. I've written and talked about it ad nauseum on my blog and in these kind of content shows that I fail a lot and I fall short of my expectations. But those expectations are very, very high because my self-confidence is very, very high. I don't walk around thinking that I'm holier than thou and better than anyone else. But in the opposite side of that coin, I never walk around thinking that person must be better than me. That person must be more special than me. That person can do more than Craig Hoffman can do. I think they go at life as best as they can. I hope that's their goal. And I know that I do. And whatever the results are, I let the chips in life fall where they may. I find it very, very distracting and a waste of time and energy to be focused on what other people are doing and the reactions to people that they may have of what I say or do or am in something as finite as human life. So the next time that you're feeling self-doubt and you're not feeling fully confident in your ability to reach your dreams and goals, I urge you to take a second, look in the mirror, and to see your judge, jury, and sadly, all too often for many people, their own executioner in life, and realize that while you're only human, you can do and be more. That's it, and have a great, great day.